And welcome back. This author has become popular for her legal thrillers featuring a detective who always cracks the case. But now this writer is trying out something new.
We are here with Maureen Ann Meehan. She is the writer of the Mary McIntosh thriller series. And Maureen is now also writing some nonfiction books based on her own life. And this is going to just wow you. I love it. Welcome back to the show.
Thank you. Thank you for having me again. I appreciate it.
Yeah. We've had you on in the past for your Mary McIntosh thrillers. This now nonfiction series is based on your own life about dating.
Yes. So my husband passed away 10 years ago from a very rare cancer. And
I'm sorry.
Thank you. It took me a while to kind of get my head around that. But I decided at the end of 2023 to start dating again after I'd finished my grief therapy. And I started going on a couple dating apps. And at the time I was 58 and I was thinking, this is going to be a rough ride. I know it.
Yes.
But I went on a number of these sites and they're all the same. So I did 60 dates in the first 6 months.
No way. This blows my mind. I told Tiff that is 10 a month, which I think is unbelievable. And she's like, no, that's totally possible.
I was like, you can do it, but wait, where are the second dates?
There are very few.
So these are all first dates.
Everyone in 60 dates in 6 months with a broken neck is a first date.
Yeah, with a broken neck.
Let's back up just a little bit. You went to law school. You're a judge in California. You've written all of these thrillers, this detective series, and you break your neck in sort of like an unusual home accident.
I just fell backwards in my kitchen. I didn't brace myself fast enough.
Wow.
You broke your neck. No, were you wearing a neck brace of some kind? No.
Nothing.
But you had
So you could hide the broken neck from your dates?
I did, because I got home from the ICU on a Wednesday and I had a date on a Friday.
Whoa. Okay, so is your goal to meet as many people as possible?
No, my goal is to find a soulmate again. I was married to my best friend. So my goal is to find the right guy. They're just hard to find.
Yeah.
You know, as you get older, it narrows the pool quite a bit. And I joke with my girlfriends about it. It's like going to find a gourmet meal at the dump.
Yeah.
And my 60 dates is satire. It's very funny. I gave every guy a nickname, so I don't identify them by name. But if you were there, you know who you are. So I have Herkle-Durkle, who wouldn't leave my house. I have Shiver Me Timbers, who owns a sailboat but wanted me to take the Catalina Express to Catalina and have lunch with him. I'm like, you have a sailboat?
Yeah,
dude.
come get me.
Yeah, so Shiver Me Timbers, pirates, saying. Goodbye Coffee is a gentleman that I met through the church who invited me to Goodbye Coffee because I'm too intimidating to date. And I said, well, what do you mean? He said, well, you did the Ironman triathlon. I said, 30 years ago. I said, buckle up, Buttercup. I've done a lot of things since then.
Yeah. Well, I think there's so many women out there that relate to dating later in life too. So what are some of the things you maybe learned? I mean, did you meet a lot of good people that just weren't the right one?
Yeah, I've met a lot of really nice people that I've stayed in touch with, stayed friends with, which is wonderful. But I took 60 dates to the LA Festival of Books last year in Los Angeles, and I brought a QR code bookmark that said, tell me your worst date on a QR code. So that's what these two sequels are. Push You Away and Let Me Be are everyone else's worst dates. And I got responses from 80-year-old women to 18-year-old boys in high school telling me their worst dates. So I wrote two sequels, and people struggle in the dating world, and it's hard to connect. And you had COVID and the isolation to that, and then people are trying to get back out there and meet somebody to spend time with, and
it's hard.
How are you supposed to do it? Go to meet people at work? No.
Yes.
Bars? No.
Right.
The gym? No.
Yeah. I don't like meeting people at the gym. So do you have any rules about dating or anything, certain things, especially first dates?
First dates are usually hiking, pickleball, golf, action related,
so you want
outdoors.
Something active.
Yes.
And outdoors, not a restaurant or a bar.
No, thank you. Because then you're kind of stuck.
Yeah.
And I am active, and I want someone also to be active. And in conjunction that you're walking, you're talking, you're doing things that are healthy for you. And I want to meet a healthy person. Health is very important in fitness. And but I give them the benefit of the doubt. I talk to them on the phone first and all those things. But it's such a challenge to meet the right person.
Yeah.
And I'm still trying.
So still trying is the moral of this story.
Still looking for the needle in the haystack.
Okay, you never know, maybe he's watching right now.
Really quick, how do you end a date where you know there's no connection, you don't want to be there anymore?
I will say, oh, I have to take this call. And it will be my,
friend. Set up, yeah.
And I have to go home because something's up.
Of course. You don't think they know what you're doing?
Yes, I'm sure it's happened before.
Yes. Yeah. Well, good for you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for joining us
This
again.
is so
Such
great,
a blast to meet you.
I think so many people in this situation are going to want to read through these. So thank you so much for joining us.
And they're funny. I mean, some of these stories are sad, but some of them are hilarious.
I bet.
Yeah.
Yes, it's true.
Entertaining read.
It is very quick. It's quick. They're novellas. It's quick read, but it's fun. You can do it in a day at the beach or what have you in the summer.
Well, you can find Maureen's books for sale through Amazon or Barnes & Noble, and you can also visit her website, MaureenMeehanBooks.com, to pick up one of her titles.